Reality is not a lie. The fact that we have a word for reality and illusion clearly presents a dichotomy. Why do we refer to these blurring lines? Why do we refer to your reality and mine? Or anyone else's?
Hello. Good morning. They're here? 3 appointments today? Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Send her in, send her in. Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Zara.
Good morning, Nila.
This is not your usual appointment timing. What happened? No college today?
No, I have college. I convinced myself that I deserve to take today off because I've been attending classes regularly this semester.
I know, and I think you deserve credit for that.
It's a little long way to go, don't you think?
I think that baby steps matter as well. And I know you would like to disagree with me right now, but you've done phenomenally well, Zara.
I guess.
I've never seen you wear such clothes before. This color really brings out your eyes. You should wear these clothes more often.
Only you notice these things, Nila. But I have enjoyed expanding my comfort zone the past few weeks. I mean, not as much as I would have liked to, but like you said, baby steps.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you've been enjoying it. And I would be concerned if this wasn't voluntary, or if you thought that this wasn't helping you in any way.
You know what? You should give yourself a pat on the back because I would not be where I am today without you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But we're here to talk about you. So have you been trying that exercise which we spoke of during the last session? Zara, I know that you're really struggling with committing yourself to this exercise, but please just try a little harder. You can space it out as you want. Take your own time, but please try a little harder. Push yourself a little further. Do it at your own pace. No one is forcing you.
I mean, I will. I owe myself. But this struggle that I'm going through is just demotivating. Like, I'm constantly questioning whether any of this is even worth it, whether I'm even going to move on.
You have the strength to move on, Zara. I know it might seem a little far-fetched right now, but it will happen.
But I don't have the patience, Nina. I mean, I just keep seeing that look of complete satisfaction on his face that he got from hurting me. Every time I close my eyes, every time I'm in the shower, when I get dressed, I just keep seeing that expression on his face, and it's been 6 years. I mean, 6 years of blaming myself for the cruelty that my uncle chose to exhibit on me.
Do you still blame yourself?
No, of course not. I can't blame myself or take responsibility for his cruel actions on me.
There, right there, shows a lot of progress, Zara. It shows your courage. It shows your strength. And I know it may seem unbelievable to you right now, but I'm sure you will start believing in it soon enough. Look, I know you hate doing this exercise and you might think it's frivolous, but please just try a little bit harder to do it. It actually does help.
I'm assuming you're referring to the mirror exercise.
Yes, I am. You know, Zara, sometimes I think the best motivator one can have is themselves. I know you don't like doing this exercise, but I'm not going to give up on you that easily. So will you try it?
Well, the thing is, I've expressed the difficulties I've been having with this particular exercise. I don't think I can look at myself in the mirror and tell myself things like, I'm capable and I'm strong. When in reality, I'm really not. I'm just a failure and I've really hit rock bottom. And I don't know, I mean, the thing is, there's all these triggers around me which, I don't know, remind me of the kind of lifestyle I used to lead.
You should try to treat these triggers as a reminder of the amazing success you've had at such a young age. See if you can displace this negativity in some other manner, in some other direction maybe.
I know what you're trying to say, but see, the thing is that these triggers, this is a part of where I live, right? And for example, that the Asiatic Award I got last year, and that one particular newspaper clipping from 14th of May 2012, and the worst possible of them all is that blank cursor just staring at me when I'm trying to write. Well, all these things I just can't do away with them, and nor can I look to them for any kind of solace.
If you want to do it, you must do it for yourself, not for anyone else.
I don't think I quite agree with you on that count, but I'm not going to argue with you, not today.
In fact, I quite like arguing with you, Veer. You value yourself much more than you think you do, and it really comes across in your arguments.
I think I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to elicit some kind of positive response from me, but I'm afraid I don't think that's going to happen today at any rate, because, well, I think I've got this appointment to.
No problem at all. We can pick this up next time.
Yep. I think our next session will be more productive than this one was.
I hope so too. So, next Saturday?
Yep, next Saturday it is.
See you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Avantika.
Good afternoon.
I hope it wasn't too hard to find the clinic.
No, it wasn't hard at all. Actually, for a minute there, I thought about not coming, but I heard so many things about you that,
I hope all of it was positive.
oh, it was definitely positive.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So now that you're here, I understand that this is the first time you're seeking any sort of counseling.
Well, I've been contemplating it for about a month now, and I thought I could deal with my own issues without any kind of external help.
I think people assume that getting outside help means you don't have it in you to deal with your issues. But getting outside help really doesn't show your weakness in any way, Avantika.
I've always been that shoulder to cry on, that pillar of strength. I mean, when anything would go wrong, people would come to me. And I think that's why it's so much harder for me to ask for any kind of help.
Now that you're here, I want you to know that I strongly believe in doctor and patient confidentiality. Anything and everything that you say will remain in this room. I understand that people take some time to build trust, but you can treat this place with belief and faith. It can be your sanctum, Avantika.
This is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. And I don't even know how to begin talking about it.
Tell me something about yourself, Avantika.
Call me old-fashioned, but I've always wanted to be a mother. I've always believed that it's the most important role for a woman. When my husband and me first got married, we couldn't wait to have our first child.
Very few people find what makes them happy. I'm glad you found yours.
Well, my son is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I thoroughly enjoyed my pregnancy, unlike a lot of other women. Do you have children of your own, doctor? Doctor?
I'm sorry, I heard you. No, I don't. But anyway, this isn't about me. You were saying?
I thought I lost you there. I really enjoyed my pregnancy. You know, most women complain about pregnancy and labor pain, but I didn't. I loved being pregnant. And my son, he's such a beautiful little baby boy. He has his father's eyes, my nose, and a beautiful smile. And I can't do this anymore, doctor. I don't think I can do this.
This is your first session. These processes take time. We can probe into your issues gradually. We'll take it step by step.
I'm so sorry, doctor. I can't do this. I'm so sorry, but I have to go.
Don't worry.
I'm so sorry.
This was just your first session. We can try next time.
Yeah.
Same time next week.
Yeah, definitely. Next time. Same time next week. Yeah.
Thank you.
The world is in denial. I am no altruist, but I believe in the well-being of people around me, the ones who consult me for their problems. I am their Messiah. And if I have to play God by handing out miracles, that is medicine, then so be it. Robert Pirsig says, we take a handful of sand from the endless landscape of awareness around us and call that handful of sand the world. Our world. So simply imagine that I give them their handful of sand, which is then their world. A world which they can truthfully call theirs. A world in the form of a pill.
Come in. Good evening, Ms. Avantika.
Good evening. I'm so sorry I'm late. I had a few errands to run.
No problem at all. I'm glad you're here.
Well, I don't know if I can do this, but I want to try.
That's progress already. Tell me, what's on your mind?
Well, it's about my son, Dhruv. He meant the world to my husband and I. He always has, and he always will. But I failed as a woman, as a mother, as a caregiver.
We all make mistakes, Avantika. But learning from these mistakes, that shows your character. That shows your strength.
Mistake? I didn't make a mistake. Even though everyone else around me can forgive me, I can't forgive myself.
I don't want to sound preachy, but do you think blaming yourself, that's solving anyone's problem? You're only draining yourself out, mentally and physically. Don't you want to move on?
And my husband definitely wants me to move on, but I can't seem to.
You don't have to tell me right now. You can take your time.
I want to. I have to. I must. Some months ago, 7th November to be precise, I was coming back home from the grocery store and my son Dhruv was with me in the passenger seat. I used to never let him sit in the passenger seat, but I don't know, that day there was so much going on and I let him sit there, and before I knew it, I looked at a text and I had lost control of the car, and I don't know what I could do. And the look on his face, he was so confused, he didn't know what was happening, and before anything, he just died right in front of my eyes. And I'm responsible for my son Dhruv's death.
What I'm about to say now might be unethical. I mean, I'm a therapist after all, but I think all of us need a break. We all deserve a break from these horrifying realities of our lives.
This is an experimental drug. It hasn't been released in the market yet, but there haven't been any drastic side effects found to it. It transports you mentally to your happy place. The pill enhances your happy and positive thoughts that you might not have experienced in a while. I don't want to get into the scientific workings of this drug, but it is the state of pseudo reality, if you might want to call it, which you see till the drug wears off. I'm in no position to insist that you take this, but I've heard you speak about these triggers and visuals constantly. This is definitely not a solution. Maybe an escape route, absolutely. But it's just a suggestion. It is completely your choice whether you want to take it or not. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tell me, what do you see?
I see a room. It's completely blue. People are applauding, they're clapping. I can see them all, their faces, brimming admiration. I'm just holding up my book. I'm on the book over. And the pages, they just keep filling with words. I don't even have to do a single thing, no plot, nothing. And the blur, that's the best part of it all. Such a good producer. The blur, that's just the best part. Such a good producer. I feel like I'm invincible. Is this real? Feels real.
Well, it is partially. It's in your head. Tell me more.
I stand up and just raise my hands towards the sky. It's only bliss. I've never felt this happy before.
Absorb it.
Mira, I wish I could feel like this all the time. This overwhelming joy.
Maybe not entirely, but we can certainly try to achieve that. This is all in your mind, Zara. You are controlling this.
I never thought my happy place would be pink in color. In fact, I never thought it was girly. I guess there's more to me than I know. I think there's more to me that I need to learn about. I'm glad to hear that. Are you feeling any different now? I want you to concentrate on the energy you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling confident again. These doubts about my capability as a mother, they don't seem to matter anymore. I can feel you here with me now, in a good way.
I think you can open your eyes now.
I'm glad you're finding this entire experience pleasant.
Before anything, he just died right in front of my eyes. And I'm responsible for my son Dhruv's death.
Sometimes we just have to tune out the madness in our heads. Sometimes we must forget, we must forgive. If not the world, then ourselves. The crime committed by Nila was a crime of chance, a crime of negligence, the price for which she paid. The fragile life of the baby withered under the relentless cascade of water, which would otherwise be determined as harmless. Then, was her atonement even measurable to the scale of her crime? Perhaps, perhaps not. But is she to be blamed for wanting to transcend, to disappear and immolate? Is she to be blamed for inventing the agency to this limbo? Perhaps, perhaps not. All we can definitely say at this point in time is that she finally got all she sought. Her path was crystal clear, blameless.